Big thank you to Copy Custerust for making this challenge. When I went onto YouTube earlier today, I saw this and I thought it might be fun to do, so I gave it a shot. First thing I got were Artie's scars, custom eyes. The slug cat will be an adult with a carnivore diet. 2 accessories, those being explosive spears and an iterator cloak. 2 abilities, those being Rib's aquatic breathing and Gourmand's body slam. They get the 7th karma symbol. I had to generate 5 times to get a color palette, and I got one that mainly consisted of reds and pinks. By this point I was really feeling an Artificer x Rivulet Hypo Kit, so that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I mean, I'm pretty sure people still chip bathbomb, right? Right? Let's ignore the fact that these are quite possibly the 2 most far in the timeline from each other, because they have another baby now. This is their baby, and I had a lot of ideas for this. I decided that it was going to take place during Saint's timeline, and that's why they had the iterator cloak. They just yanked it off of the corpse of some iterator's puppet and just decided to use it to keep warm, I guess. And I thought that was gonna be a fun idea. In my first little warm-up design for this character, I wasn't really 100% sold on the bathbomb hypo kit idea, so I tried making my own sort of slug cat. In the end, I ended up going with the idea of a bathbomb hypo kit anyway, because why not? Ship babies for the win, I guess. I wanted them to have little frills on the cheeks, kind of like how Rivulet has, and I wanted them to have the same coloration as Artie, or at the very least similar coloration, but not quite the same. I wanted them to have big ol' ears and big ol' eyes. I took a lot of inspiration from Artie's character art that we see in Downpour, and the sketch was actually a lot of fun to do. I tried my best to make the pose look as dynamic as I could, but poses are also kind of a pain to do. But I'm actually pretty happy with the pose that I chose for them. They have a set of, in the sketch, 3 scars and the final 2 scars running across their belly and leg. Their entire left leg and tail has been scarred by some sort of catastrophic event that I may reveal later if I keep them as an OC. I might end up selling them as an adoptable at some point, but if not, and I do decide to keep them as an OC, we'll elaborate on that further in their story. I decided to go with colored line art for this. No particular reason why, I just wasn't feeling like coloring in black today. So I used the same colors that were on the palette. I used this lighter pink color for the body and a darker color for the cloak. The cloak, they just take off the cloak whenever they feel like it. They prefer to have it off when they're out of the water anyways, because it's fabric. Fabric gets soggy, and if you have soggy fabric on you while you're out in the frozen tundra, you're gonna freeze to death. I've also decided that, their body isn't very warm. I know that Artificer naturally has the equivalent heat of one lantern, meaning they're pretty warm, but Ruffles doesn't have that, and they take more after Ruffles, despite having Artie's coloration and the ability to craft explosive spears. Oh, another thing you can see a lot of me going back and forth about is the idea of giving them this little frill across their tail as well. I just keep going back and forth on that, and in the end I don't give it to them. It just looked too cluttered with it. I also tried giving some more splotches to the scarred area on their tail and leg. In the end, I ended up simplifying that a little bit more to just the tip of their tail and a few other minor spots. Overall, I'm very happy with how this turned out, and I've decided to name them the Angler. If you guys would want to see more content of them, or potentially see me elaborate on their story more, let me know, and I might.